Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. Evil and suffering. Right, we've looked at the idea that theists believe that God is omnibenevolent, omniscient and omnipotent. And the problem that this causes, if God's all loving, he doesn't want us to suffer. If God's all powerful, he can stop it. And if God's all knowing, he knows when it happens, so why does it happen? We've also gone on then to look at why evil comes into the world and what actually evil actually is, and why people believe that it is here. Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to look at our first argument that tries to say, well, God is those three things, omnibenevolent, omniscient, omnipotent, but evil still happens, and the reason why. And the first one we're going to look at today is free will. The idea that we have to have this, we have to be able to choose, and if we can choose, then we can choose to do wrong things. And the person who put this forward was a man called St. Augustine, and here's his argument now.
Hello there. My name, as you know from one of the previous videos that Mr. Tubb has done, is St. Augustine. Now I came up with the idea that tries to solve the problem of evil and suffering. And that idea was that there is actually no such thing as evil. All that evil is what we humans call the absence of good. And where good is not, there evil, or what we call evil, is. And I believe that evil actually came into this world because of human beings and their free will. You all have free will. Free will is not the ability to do whatever you want, but it is the ability to choose. And remember, when we all choose to do something, we limit ourselves from doing other things. And so therefore, people can choose to do evil things, nasty things against their fellow human beings. And that, we see, makes us seem to be doing evil things. Whereas in fact, we are actually freely choosing to maybe doing the wrong thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our free will makes us seem to bring evil into the world. And I'm sure you are saying now, but Mr. Augustine, St. Augustine, we have a problem here. And that problem is, how does natural evil and suffering occur? Because that cannot have been caused by all the humans' free choices. Well, I believe that it did. And it leads us back to the story of Adam and Eve. After Adam made his first ever sin, he made the world seem to rot in a way. It seems to go down and down and down. And this evil in the world causes the world to do evil or seemingly suffering things. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I am sure you are aware, that human free will has actually made the world seem a worse place. Humans doing the wrong thing because they freely are able to choose to do the wrong thing. Now this seems to solve the problem of evil and suffering, because if God had created human beings without the ability to do the wrong thing, we would be robots. We would be robotic, just doing whatever God wanted like a load of puppets. However, God must have created us to be able to have free choice, where we can choose to do the right thing, or indeed choose to do the wrong thing. And therefore, when human beings choose to do the wrong thing, evil comes into the world. So God is still omnibenevolent, still loves us all. He loves us so much, He's given us a free choice. He's still all-powerful. However, God chooses not to take our free power away to do a free choice, to do the right or the wrong thing. Otherwise we would be robots. And finally, God still sees all, which is why human beings seem to choose right all across the world and do the most loving thing all the time. So, in fact, we solve the problem of evil. God is still omnipotent, omnibenevolent, and omniscient, yet humans bring evil about in the world, which not only shows how we can do moral evil, but also natural evil.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of that? Now, it's quite interesting, really, because what you're going to be able to do now, and what you're going to be able to try and have to answer is, does that sound like a convincing argument? If there is such a thing as a God, and God is omnibenevolent, omnipotent, omniscient, does that provide an answer to the problem, and to the problem of evil and suffering? Now, many people argue that it doesn't, because even St. Augustine there says, doesn't he, about natural suffering and the suffering that's caused by things like earthquakes and tsunamis, and the idea that human beings' free will rots the world and rots what actually might actually happen. For a lot of people, we say, well, where's the evidence for that? Where's the evidence that the more human beings sin, then the more natural disasters happen and things like that? Because if you go right the way back to the time of the dinosaurs and things like that, there was no human being sinning, but there were a lot of earthquakes and meteors hitting the earth and things like that. So someone might say, well, okay, St. Augustine, I understand a bit about free will and God has to allow us to have that. But why about evil? Why about natural evil or natural suffering or suffering caused by nature? Is there a bit of a problem there? Can we still see a bit of a issue with that actual particular idea? But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, as you well know, does free will answer the problem of evil, that God can be omnibenevolent, omniscient, omnipotent? Does the idea that we have free choice and can choose to do good things as well as bad things, does that answer the problem? What do you think?